All right, so we're going to start in standing, having your feet hip distance apart, and we're going to work on weight shifting side to side. And today we're going to work a little bit wider, so weight shifting all the way to your right, and you can even lift your heel up on the left, and then weight shift. So these are big weight shifts. So we're going to work on back and forth. Yes, Kathy. Hold on, I think I need to ask to unmute you. Okay, ask to unmute you. So you just have to hit the unmute button. It's in the bottom. There should be one in the bottom left-hand corner. So from here, now let's ground our feet, and we're just weight shifting through our feet.
Should we be barefoot?
Yes, barefoot would be great.
Okay.
That way we can feel our feet a little bit better. Okay. All right. And now let's try just to find center through both of our feet. So hopefully you are right in the middle and not shifted over to the right or to the left. The next movement we're going to do is forward and back. So we're going to start today with it being a bigger motion. And then we'll tighten things up. All right, and then let's tighten it up. So now you're just going as far forward as you can where you're not lifting up your heel, and then going back so your toes are just starting to raise up. Forward and then back. Forward and back. And then let's come to center, and I want you just to check in with your feet. So hopefully you feel like you're even between your right and your left side, and you are right in the middle part of your foot. You're not too far forward or too far back. And then hopefully you also feel like your arch is lifted and not like your whole foot is flat on the ground. So from here, we're going to grab our tennis ball and wake up our foot even more. Or if you have a water bottle, you can use that. And so we're going to first just start rolling it along our arch. And the more pressure you have, the more of a massage it is. So if it's very light, think that you're just giving that input to your brain. If you weight shift a little bit more onto that tennis ball, you're giving your foot a massage. So we're just working on the arch right now. And you can work on that inner part of your foot, and then you can move to the outer part of your foot. And this may also just feel like balance work right now. And in the middle part of your foot, at arch, we're just going to do some circles. So I'm just moving my foot around that tennis ball. And if you need to, you can always return to sitting to do this too. Next, we're going to move that tennis ball up and down each of the rays to our toes. So we've talked in class before about how our foot, especially when we're walking on uneven surfaces, needs to change and accommodate the surface that you're walking on. So doing this exercise with the tennis ball really helps stretch out and improve that flexibility within your foot. All right, let's switch and do your other foot. Okay, so we're just going to start in the arch, working on rolling back and forth. You can work on that inner part of the arch and then to the outer part of the arch. And you can change up the pressure. So you can have fairly light pressure, which is just giving some sensory input to your brain about your foot, or you can do deeper pressure where you're weight shifting onto that tennis ball or water bottle, which then acts as a nice foot massage. All right, then let's shift and do some circles. So we're just waking up the small muscles of your feet. And then when you're ready, we'll go up and down towards each of our toes. Whoop. All right, let's switch back to our first side. Again, getting that tennis ball under our foot, and this time it's going to be under the arch of our foot. And we've practiced the toe wave before. We've done it in sitting. Last week we added it to the tennis ball, so we're going to try that again. So I have my ball right under the ball of my foot, and you can use a water bottle. And my toes are wrapped around the ball, and then they're just going to lift up and then come back down and wrap and lift up and wrap down and lift up and wrap down. This is a nice way to really work on warming up those small muscles of our toes. Good. And from here, we're going to use our ball and we're going to work on rolling it out. So we're going to weight shift with it and then roll it back. Weight shift out. And to start with, you may need to hold on to something. So weight shift out and bring it back in. Weight shift out. Weight shift out. So what's great about this is it's really working on weight shifting with a more unstable surface. So you should hopefully feel your other leg really engaging as you're weight shifting. You may feel like your feet and ankles are kicking in a little bit more to accommodate. Let's do 2 more going forward. All right, and then we're going to bring your ball out to the side. And if you're using a water bottle, you're just going to turn your foot out because we're in a weight shift going out to the side and bringing it back in. Weight shift out and back in. And while we're doing this, I want us to really focus on our posture, that we're standing up tall, making sure that we're breathing. So don't stop breathing. Let's do 2 more going out to the side, and then we'll switch sides. All right, bring your tennis ball over to the other side. And let's get it under the ball of your foot. And so I have my toes wrapped around the ball. I'm keeping that tennis ball right at the ball of my foot. And I'm just working on lifting my toes and then dropping them back. So they're wrapping around the tennis ball, and then lift up and then wrap. Lift up and wrap. Lift up and wrap. Lift up and wrap. And like I said, this is something that you can do sitting down into a chair. So if you're finding this helpful, this can be, just part of like a morning warm-up for your feet. Okay, and from here, let's work on just weight shifting forward. So you're rolling that ball forward and back. Rolling it forward, and as you're doing that, you're weight shifting forward with the ball. Weight shift forward with that ball and bring it back. And weight shift and back. Weight shift and back. Couple more here. And one more. And then let's bring that ball so we can go out to the side. If you're using a water bottle, you're going to just turn your foot out. If you have a tennis ball, you can work on just bringing your foot out to the side with your toes pointing forward. So we're working on just weight shifting with that ball and back in. Weight shift. We'll just do a couple more here. All right, and then let's come back to center. You can pick up your ball. We'll just set it off to the side. So in previous classes, we've been working on weight shifting using the face of a clock. And today is going to be just slightly different. So I'm going to have you have a chair close by, a wall. And what we're going to do is we're still using the face of the clock. We're going to work on weight shifting. So let's start with 12 o'clock. We're going to weight shift, and you're going to come forward as far as you can, and then you're going to take a step towards 12 o'clock and come back in. So we're going to weight shift towards 1 o'clock and take a step. So we're practicing, catching yourself. Weight shift to 2 o'clock. So you're going as far as you can, take a step. And this is why you may need a chair to start. So you're weight shifting to 3 o'clock, take a step. Weight shift to 4 o'clock, take a step. Weight shift back to 5 o'clock, take a step. Weight shift back to 6 o'clock, take a step. And now we'll switch legs. So we're weight shifting back to 7 o'clock, take a step. Weight shift back to 8 o'clock, take a step. Weight shift to 9 o'clock, take a step. Weight shift to 10 o'clock, take a step. Weight shift to 11 o'clock, take a step. And then weight shift to 12 o'clock, take a step. So what we're working on here is our reaction time and our reaction ability to catch ourselves. So we did clockwise, so now let's do counterclockwise. So we're weight shifting forward, catch yourself to 12. Weight shift to 11, catch yourself. Weight shift to 10, catch yourself. Weight shift to 9, catch yourself. Weight shift to 8, catch yourself. Weight shift to 7, catch yourself. Weight shift back to 6, catch yourself. Weight shift to 5, catch yourself. Weight shift to 4, catch yourself. Weight shift to 3, catch yourself. Weight shift to 2, catch yourself. Weight shift to 1, catch yourself. And then weight shift to 12, catch yourself. Why this is so important is there's actually research to support that this is the best way to train our reactive balance, especially in Parkinson's, is to really work on getting you outside of your center and then to be able to use that reactive step and not a crossover step. So we're going to do it one more time. So we're starting at 12, going forward, and then catch yourself. Coming back to center, going to 1 o'clock, catch yourself. And going to 2 o'clock, catch yourself. Weight shifting to 3 o'clock, catch yourself. Weight shift to 4 o'clock, catch yourself. Weight shift to 5 o'clock, catch yourself. Weight shift to 6 o'clock, catch yourself. Weight shift to 7 o'clock, catch yourself. Weight shift to 8 o'clock, catch yourself. Weight shift to 9 o'clock, catch yourself. Weight shift to 10 o'clock, catch yourself. Weight shift to 11 o'clock, catch yourself. And then weight shift to 12 o'clock, catch yourself. Okay, counterclockwise. Weight shift to 12 o'clock, catch yourself. Going to 11, catch yourself. Going to 10, catch yourself. Going to 9, catch yourself. Going to 8, catch yourself. You're really trying to make that step as quick as you can. Going to 7, catch yourself. Weight shifting back to 6, catch yourself. And 5, catch yourself. And 4, catch yourself. And 3, catch yourself. And 2, catch yourself. And 1, catch yourself. And then back to 12 and catch yourself. All right, you guys looked great doing that. Let's come back to center. Let's get grounded through our feet. Hopefully you're able to come fairly quickly to center where you're not over to your right or to your left or too forward or backwards. And from here, let's work on doing some pelvic tilts. So you're gonna tuck your pelvis under and then stick your pelvis out. So I'm just gonna turn to the side. So you're gonna tuck and then stick your tail feathers out. So you're gonna tuck your feathers and stick your feathers out. Tuck and stick out. So your pelvis and your trunk are very helpful when it comes to balance strategies. And so often, especially our lower back gets really tight. Our pelvis doesn't move as well. And so this can be really helpful to try to get mobility and these muscles firing. And if you do have back pain, you're just going to do this in a pain-free range of motion. Let's do 2 more. All right. And then being in center, we're now going to work on some hip circles. So I always think about this like hula hooping. So we're going to come forward, to the side, stick your tush out, to the side, and come forward. So we're going to do 10 hip circles going clockwise. And if you can do this without pain, trying to make this motion as big as you can. And then while you're doing this, I also want you to feel how your weight shifting through your feet. Let's do 1 more, and then we're going to go counterclockwise. So finding center, now we're going counterclockwise. So we're really trying to draw a big circle with our hips. And then also hopefully you're feeling some nice weight shifting through your feet. So as you're drawing the circles with your hips, you're also drawing a circle as you're weight shifting through your feet. All right, I lost count. Let's do 2 more. That's the tricky part about talking and doing and trying to keep track. All right, and back to center. Okay, let's get grounded through our feet. Next, we're going to work on heel raises. You can use a chair for balance. And we're going to do 2 counts up, 2 counts coming down. So floating up and then coming back down. 1. And back down. 2. 3. 4. And I want you to try to keep your posture stacked as you're doing this. So imagine there's a string pulling you up. Two more to go. All right. Next, let's come into a lunge stretch. So we're giving a stretch to our calf. We're opening up our hip and trying to stay tall through our chest. This should hopefully feel just very nice. We'll do it to both sides, and then we're going to do another round of heel raises where we're going to work on going up fast and then coming down really slow. And let's switch sides. And you may find that one side is tighter than the other, may change from day to day. And bring it in. So this time we're going to go up onto our toes for 1 count and then come down really slowly for 3 counts. So this works on generating the power that our calf muscles need to do and then being able to control our body weight. So if you need a chair, use that, and let's do 10 of these. So we're popping up and then slowly coming down. Pop up, slowly come 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 down. We're going to go back into that lunge stretch, but we're going to add in some arms. So it's not only going to be a stretch, it's going to be a little balance work. So we're in our lunge, and I'm going to have us work on weight shifting. So we're going to open up our arms and then bring it to center. We're going to open and center. Open and center. Open and center. Open and center. What's great is we're opening our chest, really trying to get tall in this position. We're weight shifting through our feet. Come back to center. Open and center. Let's do 2 more. Open and center. 1 more. Open and center. Let's switch our legs. Okay, so we're in that lunge stretch, and then we're going to weight shift, open up our chest, big hands, and bring it back to center. Open and bring it to center. Open, bring it to center. Open, bring it to center. Open and center. Open and center. Open and center. Let's do 2 more. Open and center. Open and center. Coming back to center. We're going to do 1 more round of the going up fast, coming down slow, heel raises. So feeling centered through your feet, and then we pop up and then slowly come down. Pop up, 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 slowly come down. Let's do 1 more. Pop up, slowly come down. All right, and let's pedal through our feet. Just giving them a little bit of a stretch after they worked really hard. And next, you can use your chair for support. We're going to work on our circles. So that's where we're drawing our half circle with our toe. We'll do 10 going clockwise, and then we'll do 10 going counterclockwise. What I want you to really focus on is your tush. So as you're circling around, squeeze that tush. You should be standing up tall, and that tush is engaged. As you're coming back, you're squeezing that tush, and it's staying engaged through half of that movement. All right, so let's do 10 clockwise and then 10 counterclockwise. So circling 1 and bring it in. 2 and in. 3 and in. 4 and in. 5 and in. 6 and in. 7 and in. 8 and in, 9 and in, 10 and in. Now we're going counterclockwise. So reaching it back, squeezing that tush, bringing it around. So that's 1 and back, 2 and back. Squeeze that tush. 3 and back, 4 and back, 5 and back, 6 and back, 7 and back, 8 and back, 9 and back, 10 and bring it back to center. Let's switch sides. If you're looking for more of a balance challenge, you can do this with hands on your hips. All right, so we're trying to keep that circle as big as you can. You're bringing that forward, circling around, squeeze your tush, bring it back in, that's 1. And bring it around, that's 2. And bring it around, 3. Bring it around, 4. Bring it around, 5. Bring it around, 6. Bring it around, 7. Bring it around, 8. Bring it around, 9. Bring it around, 10. Now we're going backwards. So reach back, bring it around 1, back and around 2, back and around 3, back and around 4, back and around 5, back and around 6, back and around 7, back and around 8, back and around 9, back and around 10. Bring it in. And let's weight shift side to side. Stretching out our hips a little bit. All right. We're going to come back to that. So we're going to do a second round of that, but we'll do something in between. So what we're going to work on here is stepping back, weight shifting, and then stepping in. So we're going to step back, weight shift, you're lifting your toe, and then it's a big step, high knee, back in. You can use your chair for balance if you need to. We'll do 10 on the right, 10 on the left. So you're going to step back, lift your toe, bring it in. That's 1. Step back, lift your toe, bring it in. That's 2. Step back, lift your toe, bring it in. That's 3. Step back, lift your toe, bring it in. 4. Step back, lift your toe, bring it in. 5. Step back, lift your toe, high knee. 6. Step back, lift your toe, bring it in. 7. Step back, lift your toe, bring it in. 8. Step back, lift your toe, bring it in. 9. One more. Step back, lift your toe, bring it in. 10. Switch sides. So again, standing tall, we step back, lift your toe, and then bring it in. Step back, lifting your toe, bring it in. Step back, lift your toe, bring it in. Step back, lift your toe, bring it in. Step back, lift our toe, bring it in. Step back, lift our toe, bring it in. Step back, lift our toe, bring it in. Let's do one more. Step back, lift our toe, bring it in. All right, so we're back to circles now. So you can grab your chair if you need to, And we're using our big toe is our drawing device. You can either be on the floor or float. So we're coming around, squeezing your tush, bring it in, that's 1. And around, that's 2. And around, that's 3. And around, that's 4. And around, that's 5. Around, that's 6. Around, that's 7. Around, that's 8. Around, that's 9. 1 more, and 10. Now we're going backwards. So back, squeezing that tush, standing tall, bring it around. That's 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Switch to the other side. So check in with your posture. Make sure you're standing up tall. We're bringing our foot forward and bringing it around. 1. And come back forward. 2. And around. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Now coming backwards. So reaching back, squeezing your tush, standing tall, bring it around. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Come back to center. We're going to do a second round of our backward step with the weight shift. So we're going to step back, weight shift so our toe comes up, bring it in with a high step. That's 1. Step back, bring it in. 2. Step back, weight shift, bring it in. 3. Step back with a weight shift, bring it in. 4. Step back with weight shift. 5. Step it back, bring it in. 6. Step back, bring it in. 7. If you need to, grab onto a chair, step back and bring it in. That's 8. Step back, lift that toe. That's 9. Step back, bring it in. 10. Let's switch sides. So you're going to step back, you're weight shifting so your toe comes up, and then you're bringing that knee in and down. So that's 1. Weight shift and bring it in. That's 2. Bring it back, toe up. That's 3. Bring it back and up. That's 4. Bring it back and up. That's 5. Bring it back and up. That's 6. Bring it back and up. That's 7. Bring it back and up. That's 8. Bring it back and up. That's 9. 1 more to go. Bring it back and up. That's 10. All right. So if we need a chair for support, the next thing we're going to work on is doing some weight shifting with some slow motion marches. So really, I want you to think that you're doing marching in quicksand. So you're lifting up and then slowly lowering it down with a weight shift. Lift up, slowly lower down. Lift up, slowly lower down. Up, slowly lower down. And up, slowly lower down. Up, slowly lower down. And as you're coming down, you're melting through your foot. Up, slowly lower down. Up, slowly lower down. Slowly lower down. Do 2 more on each side. One more on each side. All right. I'm going to have us find a wall. Hopefully you have a wall nearby that you can stand up against. And what we're going to work on here is just getting, hopefully, the back of our heads, our upper back, and our hips all up against that wall. So that's the first step, is just trying to get our posture aligned. I always think about posture as like the game Jenga, with the blocks, the wooden blocks. And we want for us to be really stable and have strong balance and have a strong core. Our blocks have to be stacked. If our head block is way forward from our trunk, and everything's not lined up with our pelvis, then it's hard for our Jenga structure to be really solid. So from here, what I'm going to have you do is open up your arms. So your palms are facing out. And then hopefully you feel a nice stretch in the front part of your shoulders. So you can be down here, closer to the floor. You can be here, closer to a 90-degree arm. You can be up here, more like you're doing the YMCA. You want to just try to keep that head, upper back, and pelvis all lined up with the wall. And you can do this sitting in a chair too, just thinking about your Jenga blocks. From here, what I'm going to have us do is we're going to wrap around, clap our hands, and then open up. Wrap around, open up. And if you can, try to keep your 3 spots lined up and in contact with the wall, or as close to contact as we can. And open up. And we'll clap. And open up. And hopefully you're feeling each time you're opening up, you're getting a little bit further. Maybe it's a little bit easier. And open up. If you have shoulder issues, you can be down here doing this too. You can also, I'm going to have everyone keep going. I'm going to show you a modification that you can do in sitting. So getting your blocks up, you can have your arms here, and you just work on rotating, clap your hands, and then open up here. Rotate, and then open up. So this is an active way of stretching our front parts of our shoulders. We're going to do just a couple more. So often we get tight, especially in our upper trunk, the front parts of our shoulders. And this can be a really nice active way of opening up and then checking in with our posture. And posture can be so helpful for breathing and being able to get a deep breath. Helps with core. Helps with our balance. Let's do one more. Beautiful. All right, and then let's come back to center. Our last balance exercise is going to be working on standing on one leg, and then we'll do some stretching and sitting. All right, so if you need a chair for support, go grab that. And we're going to work on just bringing our foot up, our knee up. And while we're here, we're going to work on just bringing our toes up, pointing them down to the floor. Up and point down. Up, point down. And let's switch legs. So weight shift over. Hopefully you're feeling your tush engaged. You're standing up tall. Once you feel like you have your balance here, add in toe raises, pointing your toe down. Good. And float your leg down. One more time on each side. So we're up, and we're going to work on ankle circles. And then opposite direction. And switch legs. Standing tall. Getting into that standing on one leg posture. And then let's do some circles. And then switch directions. And drop it down. Let's come to our chair. All right, and what we're gonna do here is you can have your arms out here or up by your head, and we're gonna just do some nice, gentle extension using the back of your chair, helping just open up your chest. As you're doing this, you can scoot your tush forward to get at higher parts of your upper back. And with this, you can just find one spot and just extend. Or you can work on coming up and down, working on different levels. This should just feel nice and gentle. You're opening up your chest. You're getting some extension through your upper back. You may even feel some stretching through the front part of your abdomen. And then let's come back to center. Okay, if this is comfortable, let's bring our foot up. So it's resting on our other leg. And to get more of a stretch here, you can always lean forward. And then we're going to stretch the top part of our foot. So if you can be here, you're going to just do a gentle pull to your toes. So that way your foot is pointing. And then we're going to do a pull. So your toes are up. And then let's float our leg down. Cross our leg if this feels comfortable. And then when you feel ready, you're going to give your toes a nice gentle pull down to stretch the top part of our foot and our ankle. And then when you're ready, you're going to pull your toes up, giving a nice stretch to your arch in the bottom part of your foot. Good. And then when everyone's ready, we just float our feet down. So we start our sessions working on getting grounded. I want us to get grounded in sitting. So you can use these grounding strategies anywhere. You can be sitting, you can be standing on one leg. And from here, we're going to just finish with a couple big breaths. So we're going to breathe in. If it feels comfortable, you're going to bring your arms up, look up at the ceiling, and then breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's do 3 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nice job, everyone.